Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I am Jamiro.
And we are here at the beautiful Arts Warehouse, which is my home away from home with my studio right upstairs. I was like, this is perfect. I don't even have to go anywhere, really. I just come to work a little earlier today.
Just come downstairs. If you haven't been to this spot, oh my God, just wait to hear what we have on this show today so that you guys can see the wonderful things that's happening here in the Arts Warehouse. So.
And I like to say this place is like a hidden gem in Delray, but it should not be because there is always something spectacular happening here. And just to make sure everybody is aware, if you are not, this is the Arts Warehouse, not the Arts Garage. Similar names, both kind of same vibe in terms of cool art. However, very different places.
Very different. There's working spaces. There's a kitchen in here where you can come in and cook. I have to get in that kitchen one of these days.
No, we got to keep this video on that kitchen.
I'm planning something for that kitchen. Just know.
He walked by, he's like, kitchen. Ooh.
Yes,
I was like, this is an art building.
Food is art.
That is absolutely true.
You eat with your eyes,
That's
right?
absolutely true. But like, I'm picturing like some like throw down like Bobby Flay style thing happening in your world.
I can't do it on that level. Like my son, he loves beanies and winnies, so I can go in there and cook some beanies and winnies.
Well, there you go. So, well, as always, there's always something happening in this town, and you were doing some pretty fun things. I was away the past few days for the first time in a year, or over a year, but you were here doing something pretty cool.
So yeah, so it was you have football taking place. We had a tournament this past Saturday up
How'd you do?
This past weekend. We did well.
Our boys did good?
The boys did great. You know, they're getting better. The kids are very young, but they're coming out giving 110%, and that's all that I asked for as a coach. So that's what my weekend really entailed, and also I had a chance to go kayak fishing with my son on a kayak out in the middle of a lake somewhere, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of fun. My son, he loves fishing, but and he dragged me into it.
That's so fun. But you were also at an event like that had something to do with football. I don't know.
Yes.
Guys, I'm not the sports person on the show, clearly. We have the football coach and fashion person. So tell me a little bit about what was happening.
The past 3 years, they've been filming a documentary following the Atlantic High football program. And basically to just talk about a lot of the challenges that our kids go through with playing football.
Yeah.
And also their journey along with our wonderful principal at Atlantic High School, things that she's doing academically, our wonderful former head coach, TJ Jackson, just the discipline and everything he instilled into the kids. So it was a 2-hour documentary that was aired last night at the IPIC. And Ms. Jane Swinko was the director and producer of the show, so we had a lot of people that came out to look at that premiere. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That
sounds super cool, and I love just how much this community comes together in support of the different programs and the schools and just everything that happens in town. And it's awesome. I'm excited to see that documentary. Is it something that we can all see, that the public can see, or how?
So not yet. Right now, I know the documentary itself they're filming it at some of the film academies or whatever the film shows, the art shows, or the international film, whatever it's called.
All those different
things, just to try to get picked up. Netflix, Amazon Prime, so things of that nature.
You know, no big deal. Two names you just like casually dropped in there. Big things always happening here in Delray Beach, guys. And today is no different because we have three incredible guests talking about what's happening here at the Arts Warehouse.
And it's not by coincidence that we have all this beautiful art behind us. So we're going to bring two people up. So you're our next guest, Mr. Dion Jeffries, and also Miss Kenya Madison from Healthier Delray Beach.
Talking about the art ball.
Yes. I've never heard of an art ball, but now I know a lot about it, so.
You're in trouble, though, because it's sold out. So if you don't have your ticket, you can't come, Jamal.
I know Amanda.
Guys.
Now I know Dion. It's all about who you know.
Be careful. He's gonna be banging at the door. Hi, Kenya. So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
How's it going, guys? Great.
It's so nice to see people in person again after a year of Zoom. I've seen you on Zoom, but I haven't seen you in person in over a year.
Over a year, but we made it. We did.
Thank God we did. And here we are celebrating all the things that people have been working on and what they've been feeling over the past year. So this is a brilliant idea. I love just everything that I've seen and just in talking to you off camera, just spectacular. And then Kenya with Healthier Delray Beach, I mean, it makes sense that you guys work together on this. So first, Dion, do you want to tell us a little bit about your vision and just what made you want to do this?
Well, I pretty much knew I wanted to do a really cool idea. I was speaking with one of my friends. He introduced me to the grant opportunity. He applied for the grant opportunity as well. And originally I was going to do like a YouTube show because, you know, I'm young and that's what everybody toys with is YouTube. So that was my original idea. But when I went to the interest meeting, they kept stating that they wanted something fun, innovative, and something they haven't seen before. So I'm like, I have to totally scratch this. And then while I was on the call, not that I wasn't paying attention to them, but I kind of, created this little concept and then kind of went from there. So I just wanted an event for people to kind of celebrate what they've been working on, like you stated, and then for them to, express themselves as far as through mental health.
All right, so and when you talk about Art Ball,
yes.
All right, the name of the event is called the Art Ball. Go into a little more details in regards to what is the Art Ball? How do you see it? Like, what does it look like? What time is it? When is it? Tell everybody.
And he wants to know what he needs to wear when he's outside trying to get in.
I mean, I tell somebody to leave the back window open. I'll come through the window or something and sneak
I will
in.
not let you come through the window. I will open the door for you.
Well, we call it a ball because it's multiple things put together. So you have the artwork, you have it's going to be a fashion show, it's going to be a dance party. So it's multiple aspects put into one. The fashion show will feature Psyche Signature, their brand new mental health clothing brand, which is super cool. It's something you don't hear about often. So they're going to be here premiering their clothing brand. It's going to be super awesome. You guys are going to be so excited. And then I'm going to be premiering some original designs. So that's really super cool. We have a lot of artwork that you see back here.
What is a lot? So I heard a number of submissions that you had from different artists.
He's right, a lot.
Yeah.
So what's the total pieces of art that you have that's going to be displayed at this show?
We had over 108 submissions.
Oh, wow.
108 submissions.
How did you pick it? I mean, that's a lot of beautiful, talented people's work you had to go through. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. I don't know that I can handle that.
Yeah. Well, we was very strategic. We looked at the artwork without knowing anyone's name. So that way we're not biased.
Right.
The Arts Warehouse, Grace and Louie, they see artwork all the time, and then myself in the community, I see artwork all the time.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to be swayed by anyone's particular name. We wanted to judge strictly on the artwork. So,
So are these local artists from this area?
yeah, they're from Palm Beach. We have some from Miami and Broward, so they're all over.
In the whole Tri-County area?
Yeah, Tri-County.
So cool.
Yeah.
And Kenya, so how did you guys get involved in all of this? What is the connection? I mean, Healthier Delray Beach is always doing so many things for wellness and just the community in general, but how did you get involved in this particular event?
Well, the grant that Dion's speaking of is a Do Well grant through Be Well PBC, which is a sibling initiative to the Healthier Together initiative. We all kind of work in tandem. It's actually led by Lauren Zuckman, who was the previous director for Healthier Delray Beach. Yes. And Fres Lane St. Louis is the project coordinator, Delray Beach resident. So I actually ran into Dion at the beach.
At the beach, yeah.
Ran into him at the beach, but we attend the same church.
Yes.
So we were like, hey, haven't seen each other in a really long time. Excuse me. So we started chatting and he's like, telling me about the Fashion Art Ball, and I'm like, that's a really dope idea, right?
Amazing.
And he's like, yeah, I got it through this grant with Be Well, and I almost like,
She almost died, yeah.
you know how people say, I'm dead. I'm dead. So I don't think either of us really focused on the water anymore at that point.
I have chills. I love it. That's amazing.
We exchanged numbers and just started to really talk it through with him to see, because I wanted to have the shared vision.
Yeah.
And see how Delray Beach, HDB could, like support and intersect. So, a number of ways. And the primary way was making the introduction here for this space because it was a perfect venue to marry, you know, art and fashion and the conversation about mental health. You know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Right. So let's talk about
shameless plug. I really want to, you know, really. This is. If you're not here on Saturday,
oh, you're so sweet.
If you're not here on Saturday, you about to really miss it. So,
well, what do they do? Everyone's going to want to come if they haven't gotten a ticket.
We'll circle back to Mental Health Awareness Month in a minute, but I really want to.
We are so blessed to be sold out of the tickets. Because of the grant, we were able to have people come in for free. So they do not have to purchase a ticket to come. The sad part about it is that, like, now that we're promoting the event, all the promotions coming out, but we're all sold out.
But people can still see it. So if you're watching and you're like, oh man, this sounds amazing, I'm missing out. The artwork is going to be up for a month. So you can come in and you can get to experience all of the beautiful work that's here, even if you can't come to the ball.
Absolutely.
So you're not missing out completely. Just a little bit. But this is you need to pay attention to what's happening in Delray Beach because things are going fast here.
Yes, absolutely.
So how are you feeling? Are you so excited and proud? I mean, like, all the emotions, right?
I'm super excited. I walked in today and just to see the artwork, it's so weird because we've been planning this for a little while.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of people working on the project. It was very, very tight, short staff. So to just see everything come into fruition, it's amazing. The Arts Warehouse, Louis and Grace have been amazing, phenomenal.
Amazing.
So if you guys have not come to the Arts Warehouse, you definitely need to come and pay a visit.
Yes. And I do love the way that you tied this with mental health and art. And I think for a lot of creative people, that is something that a lot of creative people do tend to battle with is mental health issues. And I think a lot of times, you know, you don't get to show and explain that through your work. And so I think the fact that that's being celebrated and acknowledged is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it's not saying, oh, you know, you're fine, you're fine. It's about, okay, how do you express yourself to make yourself feel okay?
Right.
And it's spectacular. And just watching, I mean, you're getting a sneak peek here behind us, but just looking at how everyone's minds are so different, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. And so talking about that and transitioning to Mental Health Awareness Month, you're wearing this beautiful color green.
Yes.
She's also a ATL Atlantic Eagle fan. She's a Delray Rock fan. You know, so, but there's other reasons why she's wearing green. Oh, she's a FAMU.
I'm a FAMU Rattler, so
this is
my
hard for me to
Rattler
say
green.
the word.
I know.
FAMU. And that's my rival college. If you guys don't know. So. HBCU love.
Okay, I'm Central State from Ohio. We'll keep it over here. HBCU love.
He threw that in. He threw that in out of nowhere.
I love the way he said, I'm going to keep it over here.
Midwest. We'll keep it in the
Guys, if you
Midwest.
want to talk about football, I went to Alabama. So.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so anyways.
We're getting a little out of unruly over here.
She's wearing green
Yes.
for a reason.
I am.
So what is get your green on? I keep hearing this. Get your green on. What is that? Explain that
Okay,
to me.
first of all, you got to say it a certain way, like, get your green on.
Get your green on, shout
Get
it.
your green on, right? Or, you know, if you are a soccer mom, you're like, get your green on. You know?
There you
Everyone
go.
has their own way of saying it.
Everybody
Make it your
has
own.
their way of
Make it
saying
your
it.
own.
So the backstory, real quick, shout out to
applaud this
ATL
chair.
Atlantic High School.
Yes.
In 2016, Healthier Delray was just really trying to figure out a way to, like, amplify the fact that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We were like, you know, everyone brain associates October with pink and breast cancer. We want to create a campaign that could someday grow to be a global campaign to make it known that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And because we live in Palm Beach County and we are extra, we have added on trauma-informed care because the two are synonymous.
Yes.
You can't talk about mental wellness or taking care of your mental health without acknowledging the effects of traumatic incidences. So we married the two. And growing out of Atlantic High School, growing out of the Healthier Delray Beach Community Engagement Committee, we launched a campaign that took roots here in Delray Beach, our neighboring communities and municipalities. I accepted a proclamation last night for like the 4th or 5th time from the city of Delray Beach.
Wow,
So
congratulations.
thank you to the City Commission and Mayor Shelley Petrolia for that. Haven't even had opportunity to post pictures yet. Parks and Rec has been an amazing partner. They turned the city lights green in the parks, and If you pass by City Hall or the community center at night, you'll see it all illuminated in green to bring greater awareness to self-care, community-based supports, clinical supports, and just, erasing the stigma. Many times people are not able to tap into their creative minds or live a full life because they have this weight upon their shoulders that's hindering them from being, the wonderful human beings that they are. So we want to bring greater awareness to the fact that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and however you take care of yourself, do that. Do that thing.
Yes.
And get your green on.
I love that. I love that slogan. Talking about mental health awareness, one of the things that I heard, it was a philosopher speaking on TV the other day, and he spoke about, he said that, mental health awareness does not discriminate by age, race, gender. So when you talk about these things, I mean, it attacks our kids, and we never know. And working with young men as a football coach, we don't know a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. We don't know these things that take place at home that really cause them to make certain decisions that they make. So a lot of times, I mean, with your coworkers, that's why Lee and myself, we started the How Are You Monday mornings, just going around saying how are you, because you never know how people are feeling. So we just want to put a smile on anybody's face, no matter what.
I love it. How are you? And then wait for the answer.
Yes.
How are you? And then wait for the answer, because people will tell you how they're feeling, especially if you have cultivated that relationship, established that kind of relationship, and they find you to be a safe and supportive person, they will tell you. So I love that you guys are doing that. Hey, Lee.
How are you? That's crazy. But yes, so what else can the community do to help support?
So to your point, you made the point of youth. I'm a youth mental health first aid trainer. There are mental health first aid trainers for adults in the community already embedded. Healthier Delray has brought forth the mental health first aid training. We can still bring forth those trainings. HealthierDelray.org, Kenya, Madison, Healthier Delray Beach, Kenya.Delray@htpbc.org, and my number is 561-703-8691. If you would like to schedule a mental health first aid training for the community, your employees, your family, your church group, we have trainers that are prepared and ready to go out and offer that training. And what it does is teach you the warning signs and symptoms. It doesn't teach you to be a practitioner or a clinician. You won't be able to diagnose, but you will be able to acknowledge when someone is having an experience where they're a little bit off from their normal self, from thriving and being well to crisis, and how to intervene in a crisis. So it's a very valuable training if you interface with, the community, families, adults, youth. There's a place for that.
I have to give you guys kudos, because I've been to a lot of the workshops that Healthier Delray has partnered with and brought to the city of Delray Beach, from the restorative justice workshops, and also the racial equity training. If you guys haven't been to those workshops, when you see these things pop up, I can tell you really need to attend. Oh my gosh, you would just be overwhelmed with the things that you can learn about yourself and also what's going on in your community. So I really thank you guys for doing that. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
It is amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Well, we are so thankful that we got to have you both here and celebrate the incredible events you're putting on and what you're always doing for our community here.
Thank you.
Is there any last notes you have for everybody watching?
Well, there is going to be a first place prize for best expressed person. We're not focused on the best dressed person.
You should be.
There's plenty.
No, we got this. We're gonna come.
There's plenty of award shows.
What's the prize?
Well, the prize is you get a photo shoot, and it's just pretty much expressing self-esteem and mental health. So I'm going to do the photo shoot.
I'm going to the thrift store today.
Don't say thrift store. That's what I'm going to name. So yeah, we want everybody to come. However you want to come, just express yourself and feel comfortable. So
yeah, that's
cool.
Beautiful.
Any last things?
Yes, and as a final point for Mental Health Awareness Month, May 20th is the actual Get Your Green On Day. While we focus all throughout the month, go to getyourgreenon.com. You can follow us on social media, Instagram and Facebook, and just plug into the calendar because there's a lot of events that are happening both here in Delray and around the county in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. Listen for this voice, you'll hear it a lot.
Yes. on May 21th, you guys will put on something green.
Yes.
Take a selfie.
Thanks, Jamel.
And tag Healthy at Delray Beach. That's right. There we go. Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Everything about that was amazing.
You know, the mental health piece for me, I sympathize with it, and I empathize, and I really know what's going on. You know, all of us have dealt with something in our lives, and sometimes you don't know who to turn to, where you can go. So a lot of us, we keep everything in
instead of sharing. And getting the help that you need. And what people really don't realize is I actually was going to school for psychology because I wanted to help people feel good. And so this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I've battled with anxiety and depression in my life, which people don't realize because I'm so colorful and happy and shiny. But everybody has their battles and struggles. And so that's why I started my business, actually, Jamel, is because I wanted to help people feel happy and good.
And when you're doing that with fashion, you know, you're dressing people, you're putting them up, you're putting a smile on their face. So they're putting on your gear, or they're putting on your wardrobe, they're wearing your name, they look in the mirror, and now it makes them smile at the end of the day.
Well, I always joke, but it's true. You can't be sad when you're wearing sequins or tassels. You can't. And that's what I found for myself was when I put on, especially living in New York City, when it was dark and gray outside and everyone was wearing black and it just felt very dreary. When I put on that Papa Hot pink, I was able to shine again. So I thought, if I can do this for other people, why not? And that's why I love the idea of this art ball, of the fashion art ball, and everything that Dion's doing with this, because it is so important for people to get out there and share and communicate when they're struggling with people in their lives who love them.
So, and actually, Dion, while he was speaking, he kept talking about Grace. He kept giving Grace a lot of love and saying Grace is the person that put it on. So there's no other thing. We have to bring Grace onto this show.
Miss Grace Gadanic
let's welcome her
from
to the show.
Arts
Come on,
Warehouse. Hi, Grace.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're so happy to be here, and you know how much I love this building and everything that you guys put on, but this is a spectacular event, and I think, like Kenya said, this is the perfect place for this event because the beautiful building speaks for itself, and then to surround it with beautiful art and fashion.
Yeah, it just really made sense, and it was so nice to run into Kenya. I actually saw her last month. She was the MC for a speaker series event, author speak series event that the CRA, Arts Garage, and Spady Museum are sponsoring. And a little fun fact, a lot of people don't realize that Arts Warehouse is actually a project of the CRA, the Community Redevelopment Agency. So we always just like to share all the different projects and programs that are going on. And one way to keep in touch with that with the CRA is to definitely follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We have a really awesome website, so just a little plug there in my CRA hat.
No, but really, have you seen their Instagram and their Facebook, Jamel? Because it is beautiful. I gotta give you, I know you gave a plug, but I'm gonna go on top of that plug because it is fantastic. I look forward to seeing what the CRA is posting, what the Arts Warehouse is posting, because the content is spectacular.
Well, you know what the thing is everything that the CRA has done in Delray has been beautiful.
Yes.
So the things that's happening right now, and they have a lot of projects lined up for the city of Delray Beach, and all of these projects are just turning my head and just making me go, wow. And I think Renee, the executive director, for the CRA is doing an awesome job as well with a lot of these projects. And if you guys haven't seen this Arts Warehouse, this is just one of many projects that they have taken on.
Yeah, and I think one of you said earlier, it's a hidden gem.
Yes.
And specifically this room. I mean, usually when people come in the building and they kind of make their way through, check out the artist studios, and then you come into this space. I mean, it's a 3,600 square foot, 25-foot ceiling, definitely a unique space in Delray Beach. So it's really flexible, and we're able to have events like, the art ball. It's even available for rent, and we've had weddings here, and now that things might be opening back up again, so we're hoping to get that a little busier.
Well, you used to have spectacular workshops in here and makers markets back in the good old days.
I remember I come to a concert here.
Yes.
There was a lot of different things in this
nights,
space.
and I'm excited for that to start happening as it becomes safe again.
Definitely.
But even in the meantime, every single month you have a new exhibition, and the building was closed for a few months.
Yes. 8 long months.
8 long months. I know, it feels like a lifetime and a half. But then the thing that I love is we were still able, as artists and a building and a community here with the CRA, to keep the arts alive through creating video content and different things. Even when we were physically closed, this building was still open.
Yeah, I think luckily for us, because we're such a visually motivated business, I guess you could say, with the visual arts and creativity, there's a lot to showcase even virtually. So we really just like jumped on that bandwagon, I guess, if, for lack of a better word, and I hope to continue that.
Yes.
So if you don't have a chance to come in just yet, we're still gonna be putting a lot of stuff online. I know that, for instance, Art Ball is sold out, but I will be on my phone. We can Instagram Live, Facebook Live, just to give as many people as possible the experience of being here. Lots of photos and all that.
Question. So Art Ball is one specific day, and we know this exhibit is going to be up for a couple days. What if they wanted to come in on a different day? How would that work? Is there a fee? Is there a charge?
So it is free admission to visit Arts Warehouse during the week, regular business hours. We're open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 7. So you got those evening hours, you can pop in after work. And we're also open on Saturday, 10 to 5. And we actually have another exhibition besides the Express Yourself exhibition going on in our front gallery called Echo, and it's a group show of 6 Latin American artists. It's really exciting. It's a lot of geometric, bright colors, sculpture, paintings. And that was by a guest curator who I'm really excited to work with. So lots to see. And you're right, we do switch over about every 6 to 8 weeks. So there's generally always something new.
There is, and I think the thing too is you've done a great job documenting it. So for people who maybe aren't in Florida, they can now experience the Arts Warehouse, which I think is huge. I think you really are providing people all over the world, frankly, the opportunity to celebrate incredible local artists and artists from all around the world.
Yeah,
You've
definitely.
had some major artists in here.
I know. I always I just go back to one time we had an artist who drove his stuff down from Brooklyn, New York, to participate in a show, and that was just like the biggest compliment that they felt, driven to do that, literally.
But not only with the artists, but what about you have office space as well here, correct?
We do have office space, and then the studio program is something that's just really unique and really amazing here, and that's how Amanda has her space, the resident artist program. And right now I think we have nine artists that are in the studios. So when you come to visit, not only can you look at the galleries, but you can check out the studios, talk with the local artists, support them, purchase their work, because I think it's really important that we, shop local. Yes. But there's tons of creative product that you can find here and around Delray.
And we have First Friday Art Walk, so it's a perfect opportunity.
Yes, that is this Friday. Almost forgot. There's a lot going on this week.
There's always a lot going on.
So Art Walk is this Friday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Arts Warehouse will be open, and I know there's several other organizations around the city that are participating, open late galleries, most likely the Cornell Museum. I think Arts Garage is open late, so there's lots to see that night. And it is also free admission here at Arts Warehouse. We just ask that you reserve a time ticket, just kind of keeping track of capacity, but otherwise,
So a lot of people come to Delray Beach for the restaurants, they come to hang out the happy hour, but I think this is one of those spots that's, like we said earlier, is a hidden gem.
Yes.
So if you come to Delray, you really have to come check out this space. You can come in, and she gave the times, come in and walk through this space. So it's very beautiful. It'll put a smile on your face when you walk in.
And keep coming back, Jamel, because like we said, there's always a new exhibition. There's always something to see. And the resident artists have been working so hard over the past year, creating new work, and are ready to show it. And I can't even tell you how incredibly energizing it is being in this building and surrounded by so many creative people. And every single person in this building has a very different viewpoint. And I think everyone can find something in this building to fill their home with more joy, especially in talking about mental health awareness. You want to bring more joy to your life. Well, this building is definitely going to do that for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That was very nice.
It's the truth, Grace. It's the truth. And I'm just so grateful that we have things like this here in Delray Beach, where artists can get studios that they can afford. So emerging artists, you have a spot to work and create and show it in such a great way. And that's thanks to the CRA.
Do you guys have a website or anything you want to share with us?
Yes, our best place to find all information for Arts Warehouse is artswarehouse.org. CRA website, delraycra.org. So that's like the hub of anything going on. anything and everything.
And on social.
Yes.
And
then
on
if you
social.
if you go on that Dairy Beach CRA website, you'll have an opportunity to look at all of the other projects that they have going on. I know one big one that's opening up now with that Corey Alves project, you know, that's in remembrance of Corey Jones. So, man, I'm just so excited about everything that's going on with the Dairy Beach CRA. So that's awesome.
Lots to see.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
thanks for having us, Grace, and thank you for all that you and the CRA are doing. Thank you, Renee. We are just so grateful to be part of this
so
beautiful
welcome.
city.
You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Look.
Oh, what? I'm like feeling good and inspired.
So
this is a good show.
My creative juices are flowing. Because he told me, he said that, listen, there's going to be a competition.
Yeah.
Like, not for the best dress, but the most creative dress. I have some juices flowing right now. I may
We
need to
might
come
have to
to
sew
your
something
studio.
upstairs.
I may have to put something together on your sewing machine in your office.
Absolutely.
Oh man! And then the Get Your Green On Day, you know, May 20th. I have some juices flowing with that as well. Some creative things to do with social media and with our law firm. So it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. And I just think, as always, this town there's always something fun happening. There's always a way to grow and learn as a business person, business owner here in Delray Beach. And this week is no different. So we have some events. I can't talk this morning. We have some events that are coming up that we want to make sure we share with you.
Yes.
All right. So our events that are coming up, we have Government Affairs. Friday, May 7th at 8 a.m. via Zoom with the guest speaker, Pamela Rausch, which is the VP of External Affairs at FPC. Then we have a webinar Tuesday, May 11th at 12:30 via Zoom, presented by the Property Appraiser's Office. Then Health and Wellness Council, Tuesday, May 18th, 8:30 in person at Inspired Living. And the speaker is Dr. Mark Brody. And the breakfast is amazing, I'm being told. And then there's a webinar Tuesday, May 18th at 12:30 via Zoom. And it's the final installment of Maximize Your Chamber Membership, Master the Art of Involvement. And our Chamber of Commerce is always putting on incredible programming, including this show, where they're really helping the community, helping business owners.
I think is really big. So if you're a business here in Delray Beach, you really should join the chamber.
Yes.
And I think a lot of great things are happening. Stephanie's creative juices are flowing as well. Her team is doing a wonderful job. So, you know, a lot of things, I know a lot of people say, oh, the chamber is just, you know, they're just grabbing money. Listen, it's worth your money at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
You know, so many workshops that's going on that basically will help your business grow. You need to take advantage of it, big time.
And meet other people in town, because you never know who you're going to meet at one of these events that is going to catapult your business to another level. So I think it's really important for people to take advantage of this incredible programming that they're working really hard on. And it's another organization that throughout the pandemic was making sure that they were keeping their doors open even when they were physically closed.
Oh man, that is nice. You know, I'm gonna tell you, this is my first episode, really, a true episode. You know,
You did so good. I'm so proud of you. It's like you've been here forever.
So if you guys don't know, before we came on, we were arguing about which side we were going to be on and which side we were going to sit on, left or right, because she felt that this was her cute side or whatever it
Do
may
you
be.
hear how he just threw me to the bus like that? That was my cute side.
Anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining us for my first episode. Thank you again. Thank you to our guests that came on.
Yes.
So it's some wonderful things that's taking place. Thank you to the Delray Beach CRA. And guess what? We'll be back again next Wednesday. 8:30, baby.
Bye, Delray Beach.
Bye, Delray Beach. We love you.